So somebody in my last video wrote that obesity isn't always about food and laziness. Sometimes it's about stress and work and bad sleep, everyday problems. And listen, I'm going to be really, really, really clear here. It's about the food. It is. It is about the food. It is exclusively about the food. You can have stress, bad sleep, trouble at work. You can have all that shit and you will still lose weight. Even with some chronic diseases like PCOS, you will still lose weight in a calorie deficit. You still will. Still. See, this shit we do, we are so addicted to food that we will literally make excuses for everything else in our life but the fucking food. That shit's got you so hooked, it's even rewiring your fucking brain to say, no, it's not the food's fault. It's not the food's fault. Y'all will do anything to hold on to the fucking Oreos. It is the fucking food. You know how else I know it's the food? One, yeah, you're not exclusively the exception to thermodynamics. But the other reason is, look at third world countries. You think they not as stressed as you? Places where they ain't got like running water. You think those motherfuckers ain't as stressed as you? You think they don't have they don't think about like where they're gonna get their next meal at? Food, water. What do you think their obesity numbers are? Just have you ever heard about a third world country having like a massive obesity problem? No. Where do you hear about that the most? First world fucking countries. Because it's a first world country problem. It is a problem exclusively built from having too fucking much and having too much of bad shit and putting in your mouth over and over and over again. So let me say it one more time. It's the food. I understand that those things can contribute, but even if you had all those things in your life and you put the fork down, you still would lose weight. That tells me it is the primary driver. Some of y'all will look at a pie chart. You'll see that food makes up 90% of the reason. And then you'll see stress, work, everyday problems. And you'll be like, what about that shit? It's less than 5% of the fucking pie. Food controls everything. Everything. Even apparently your brain's ability to recognize that it's the food. So, one more time, it is the food. What you put in your mouth directly contributes to what you fucking see in the mirror. You put too much in, this shit gets sloppy real fast. You don't put enough in, this shit starts to shrivel up real fast. It's the food. And I want you to think really quick before you give another excuse for somebody who is overweight. You just remember something. You're talking to somebody who went from 130 pounds, I said it in the video, 130 pounds to now 180, okay? And all of it was just food. I was sleep deprived that whole time. I've been working 2 jobs that entire time. I have a wife who does not work, a child, and 1 child on the way. And I watched my mother, who also was working and was also doing things for her own business, lose 70 plus pounds. There's too many examples of it being the food for me to ignore that it's the food. Okay? It's the food. And if you don't believe me, try it. Try it. And if you really lose absolutely no weight, because let's be honest, the only way you don't lose weight and you're in a caloric deficit is if you're really not in a caloric deficit, you're lying to yourself because you're not really tracking the shit. Like, if you don't, go back to blaming all the other shit and just stay big. Fine. But it's the food, bro. It is the food. Thank you for commenting, but one more time. It's the food.